The fundamental principle of alignment is under a common vision or a goal. So you can either try to connect organisations, individuals, on a sort of a tactical basis by bringing them together in a meeting and sort of keeping that alive. But also, I think more powerfully is looking to unite under some sort of vision, and that's, I think, the other opportunity we have here. So what's the collective aspiration for Kāpiti with respect to the digital creative community? It could be lifestyle related, it could be related to creating value, it could be related to establish some sort of leadership profile nationally and globally around the sector, to sort of establish that type of profile to be recognised, I think requires a level of focus and collective commitment, because otherwise it will continue to be a loose collaboration of sort of well-intentioned individuals. Well, I think certainly this group, because they're sort of in a way united in principle, otherwise they wouldn't be here, is to try to encapsulate that sort of loose alignment into something more tangible that can be shared to wider stakeholders, to build increased momentum, so that it's not just a small number of individuals pushing, but you create a pull force, which would be bought into by wider stakeholders, including council, business, and what have you. I think in the same way as you end up building momentum around, say, the airport. Some people are pro, some people are anti. There was a whole sort of vision around the business park, sort of high-tech industry. It's been sort of diluted to big boxes, but it was the big picture conversation that got that entity across the line. Can we have a similar conversation with respect to the digital space? How that would look, I don't know. I'm not necessarily an expert in that area, but I imagine there's a story we could build that's sort of Kāpiti centric, that taps into some of the unique aspects that we have here. It's where we live. There's a wider artistic community here. I mean, an artistic community is absolutely fundamental to creative juices, whether it's as an artist or a business person. You got the accessibility, physically as well as through technology, with our sort of collaborators globally. The topic that Scott was working on related to sort of unlocking the synergies and building that collective, full court press. And so there's a few ideas coming out of that already, in terms of how you might do that. And one of the sort of key elements, from my perspective, which we've talked about, is what does success look like? You're not going to get collaboration. You're not going to get folks, working together unless there's a common context. And I'd be fascinated to hear what success looks like to different people. It's very hard to align if you're not aligned on outcomes. Yeah, because if you're going to work together, you've got to collaborate. And collaboration means you give something away to get something back. We're not that good at that. Particularly folk that have got their own specific agenda. They're doing it probably because they're probably operating in a small or independent manner because they found it's the only way they can actually function. So sort of almost by definition find it hard to collaborate. So yes, in principle, I'm keen to collaborate and share, but on my terms. So what's happening with the collaboration? Nobody wants to collaborate with me, and I'll say, yeah, I know why. It's not just about you lead, we follow. I think that's quite challenging in the creative space. If you think about movies, painting, or at least the sort of the visible creative stuff, it actually requires a visionary to be relentless in the pursuit of happiness. So a movie guy is you're not going to create a movie, through committee. So I think there's a sort of a bit of a sort of a paradoxical challenge here. We do need leaders to stimulate the big ideas and to hold fast to them, and then to almost tap into that leadership on a wider basis and sort of collaborate at the next level. I suppose it's the way to look, so if you're going to make a movie and you're the champion of a particular sort of visionary agenda, then the collaboration happens at the next level with, production people, with, editing people, with the technologists, with the PR folk and the rest of it. And I think, the same applies to business to some degree. You have to have someone who has the vision, has the passion, has the energy, but I think it's then how you use that to engage others, to make them feel that they're part of a bigger story. You've got to like it. You've got to get excited about it. I don't invest, unless it's that appeals. I'd never invest in anything that doesn't make any sense, or I don't like. So that's just a question of taste. Secondly, then is it got enough momentum? Other people around it have got the capability to pull it off. So that's a big part of it. And you could probably assemble the capability in Kāpiti. So front up with the full team. So I'll never invest in an individual who says, look, I've got this great idea. If they can't sell it to half a dozen teammates who are aligned to make it happen, the deal's off. So in a way, the investment conversation stimulates or acts as a catalyst for collaboration. Otherwise, the money ain't there. So it could be a way of forcing the conversation, because otherwise it's not going to happen. And then you start to look at so how's value created, and to some degree that's a return on investment conversation. So this is a great, you guys that have put this together, fantastic. I mean, this is a massive investment that possibly some others should be making. This is education, right?